All right, today is calves, shoulders, and biceps. So I rotate, rest like a minute to 2 minutes between sets. I'm literally like exercising on fumes from this diet. It's still got to be done. Still 8 more days of training. So anyway, here's some calves. So I'm basically doing partials at the end after I can't do any. And I'm just like holding this in the bottom position in the stretch, and it's burning like crazy. So just holding that to get an extra pump. And that's it. So still have a little bit of ways to go, but once I lose about, I'm 8 pounds over my weight class. Like right now I weigh 193, I have to weigh 185. So once I cut 8 pounds of water, I still got 1 or 2 pounds of fat to lose too. I'll be all set. Yeah. Reverse pec decks next here. So I'm just getting a full shoulder workout. I have a torn rotator. My shoulder is really quite bad, so this hurts. So I can't do too much, but I still get through it basically. But I had to give up the bench press, even though I have the world record in the bench press. So it's kind of depressing. I had to stop training shoulders for 3 months, so I only can do what I can do. Oof. So even this I can feel, my left shoulder. You can even see a lump in my shoulder from scar tissue and all this stuff, so. So I like to warm up with the preacher for biceps, and then I go into my other stuff later. But I'm gonna do about 10 sets of each body part. So 10 sets of shoulders, biceps, calves, and then I usually do a couple extra lateral raises for shoulders. But first at the biceps. Ooh. So I always try to go slower on the way down here. So you see, I do a lot of partials, and I don't just do straight up sets. I just find it's not hard enough. But remember, progressive overload. I've been training for 33 years, so I can't just come in and train like everybody else. I have to do something harder than the last day. So if I just come in and go to failure, that's not enough. My body's too used to that. So to force more growth, especially dieting, I still have to kill that muscle because it's so used to training hard that I have to even bump it up an extra notch to keep the muscles growing. If you start thinking, I got a show coming up, and you back off on the reps, the intensity, and you just kind of go through the motions, you're gonna lose muscle dieting for the show. You don't want that. So keeping the same training that you were doing before, hard, intense, super important when dieting. You have to keep the muscle stimulated and growing. Don't think I'm dieting, think I'm growing while losing fat. So I really like the shoulder exercise. It's good, especially dieting, because I'm so much weaker. You can see I have the stack. So off season, I'm kind of like too strong for the machine, but right now, pretty weak. So. Yeah. I discovered these when I had severe lower back injuries. I've had injuries in my back for, like 20 years. So a lot of times I couldn't do a standing up curl. So I just laid down. Everything else was used up. Laid down and I basically just curled. And no pressure on my lower back. Feels great. So you can lay down on the floor and do these, or on a bench. But this is just great. Oh, I'm weak. Drop set. Oh. Anything to get it extra hard. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, up next is a superset. I'm gonna do dumbbell bicep curls. Then I'm gonna do something called, well, I call it plate curls, which is just me lifting a 45-pound plate and doing like that to really finish the bicep off once it's already kind of fatigued from the curls. This also kills my shoulder, so I can't go heavy, I can't do too much weight. Then I just walk over and do some plate curls. Just gotta curl it like this, and then curl up to your chin. So, calves and shoulders and biceps. So shoulders, I've already done a few warm-up sets, so just gonna give it what I got. Make sure I go hard. Not too crazy, you don't wanna get injured. Oh, and that's it. That is hard. I'm also, when I diet, 10 to 20% weaker than in my off season. So when you're dieting and cutting, you know, push hard, but realize you will get weaker after you get a certain level of body fat. Once it drops below 8%, my strength goes in the tank. Really important to get enough time under tension. So I find it so easy to just swing out like 12 reps. If you're only doing sets of 10, 12 on this exercise, there's no way you're doing the set long enough. So I tend to do 15 to 20 reps, most common, and like 5 reps like where I'm just barely moving. That's what I do. So what's really interesting, I find, is how shitty you look when you're dieting for a show and you're depleted and you're not pumped. So when I'm sitting around at home and I look in the mirror, I'm like, man, I suck. I have no muscle, I can't see any definition, no veins. Then you go to the gym and about 3 sets later, things start popping out. You start getting striations in your chest, the veins come out, you just flex a little bit like this. And then if you have a half decent lighting, things pop out. So when you see pictures and videos and stuff on Instagram, if the pictures are good, it's good lighting. If you don't have good lighting, I don't care how lean you look. If I stand in bad mirror right now, I will look like garbage. And there's a mirror in the change room. If I go in there, 10 times better than this. Like this would look fat. You go in that mirror and you look like show ready. Mind blowing. And then you get the right tan on stage, some oil, good lighting, and you lose some water, dehydration. Every single cut that's in your body is gonna show. And if you say, oh, I'm holding water, it's fat, it's not water. Because when it comes show day, there's no water in your body. Okay, so just thought I'd point that out. So this is 5.5% body fat. Just so you know, I had some comments, you're not at 5.5%, probably because I had bad lighting. And then other comments are, you're leaner than that. Well, it's not. The leanest I've ever got in my life is 4. I'm getting close to that now. Hopefully I get close to that in 9 days.